Okay, guys, so I decided to, we do this video because I kind of messed up in a couple areas. I didn't entirely know what what I named my own articles. Um, Now I'm way more prepared because I was like, oh, you know what? I can just, one shot this thing. So, like, my first 9/11 article was called "The Downgrade Footage and Edited Material." Um, that was when I was researching, edited footage on 9/11. Uh, that one was not really a gnarly one. I did see what looked like a body, hit the carport area and then fell off of the roof. It seemed like, which if you go online, you can see, obviously bodies on the cardboard. Um, and then my second one was the temperatures inside the Twin Towers. Um, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Uh, would the Twin Towers survive if it got hit um, at a higher height? The answer is no, because it had a giant plane. Obviously, the building would last longer because the weight of the gravity isn't pulling. It's not like holding up 30 stories. It'll be holding up 10. So more people would be able to evacuate, but it would more than likely, collapse. And even if it doesn't collapse, um, you did. They're just going to demolish it because structurally, the building was damaged pretty extensively. The black tag lady, that was, you know, the one where the woman was hit by debris. I did say that it's borderline impossible for her to be in a plane. I did have images of pieces of humans scattered around a suite and on cars and basically everywhere. I'll just say everywhere. I do think it was impossible for her to survive a fall. You know, I know her lower half was destroyed, but I still hold on to the fact that she was more than likely hit by some type of debris. Or, yeah, I'll just say I'll leave it at that, some type of debris. Um, Low Superman, pretty self-explanatory. What people believe is that a guy with cameras moving into the plaza area, a person or a group of people fall out and hit the ground um, near the stage area, and there's allegedly a video, back in the day, 2006 and 2005, some YouTuber named Hedda 91 or something along those lines, uploaded a video. A hacktivist got into the uploader's account and was um, able to take a screenshot of the video. And allegedly, he uploaded, a person jumping out of a building, but it was like in Brazil, and he hits the ground. Um, I I don't know about Little Superman. I did say that, I think that people are thinking of Guy's Rules book footage of people hitting like the stage area, or the person who hit the stage area, and just different media like that. I think if someone had, that that would have always been on the internet. But then again, we're surprised of what happens. Um, but that's it. Also, I said, what was the worst things I saw? Well, uh, the first question is like, why do you want me to say what's the worst thing I saw? But I'll just answer it like I did in the other video. So some of the stuff, the worst thing I saw was not even things I saw. It's just things I read about. You know, people on, I think it was United 175. The plane that hit the South Tower, people were throwing up while they were approaching, and they were getting sick, and there was like children, a child, and there was, I think it was her father. He was on the phone with his uh, dad and mom, and they were talking on a plane phone while um, like everyone on the plane was the West. I don't know how to explain this, guys. Damn. It's like I've been questioning you asked me this, and they're still on the phone, and he says, "Oh my God," and yelling, and then they hit the South Tower, and his parents see on the TV that they hit the South Tower. I was reading somewhere that someone found a child's hand in an adult's hand. And also, there's something that I have been searching for so damn long. There was a documentary of a guy a long time ago. He said that he's seen this. Guys, this is gory. Honestly, I don't want to talk about this, but I'm just going to just to get out there because I'm not sure if what I seen as a kid was crazy or what. Because over the years, I've been watching 9/11 documentaries and all that. But let me just get to the question. So basically, a person was walking outside the Twin Towers, and he described that he's seen a pregnant woman, a pregnant jumper, and the fetus was outside of her body. And I have been looking for that. I was like, what? Because I don't think that was real. Like, I I don't think that was real, but obviously, that's why, like in the article, I was thinking to myself, should I say this, or should I just say like the most like mess up stuff? I mean, like I was really conflicted in that area, but I'm just going to like list everything. There was obviously all that stuff I just mentioned. There was a firefighter with a crowbar, and he's like just mangled in the rubble after the buildings fell. There was well, these are actually images I saw. Um, there's obviously the person who hit the light pole. Um, I think there was one image of a guy holding on to a piece of the building. This just like there's just a lot of stuff, and honestly, I don't. I see the point of discuss talking about it because obviously people make jokes about it. You know, I was one, and when I was a kid, we made jokes about everything. Like, but obviously today people still make jokes about it. Or saying, 9/11 wasn't real and all this. And I think if videos like why I just videos and images that I just explained came out, people's tone would be a hell of a lot different, you know. Um, so that's basically how I feel about that. Obviously, I said the core of the building, um, when the twin towers fell, you can see the core. That one really spooked me out. I was like, holy shit. It's like it got deflamed, is what it was. like it just skinned the whole building. And it was like hanging on, it was like moving, and it eventually collapsed. I was like, holy shit. This stuff is insane. I mean, like, I have so much more I want to talk about, but honestly, I don't have the time. We're at like 10 minutes, 30 seconds by now, and I don't want to waste anybody's time really talking about this. Especially with this horrible audio. It drives me nuts. My audio makes my voice sound like a squeaker. Like I can try and make my voice like really deep. Like, hey guys, today it's like what? Other than that, I don't see um, anything else I want to say. Oh yeah, Skyline in MKV and the carport. If you go like if you type it in, you'll see it. You see it mainly on Reddit, and other websites. And I think that it was when they first pulled up in the I can't remember what the twin brothers were called. Let me actually look and see what their names. I think their names was Nevada or something. Yes, I think it was Nevada. And they pulled up, and you can see that they get out of the car. I think it was like some type of SUV. Um, and then you can, if you go online and you look at that same area, that at the carport, there's like bodies that has fell, I think, in front of the truck. I think most of the stuff I'm going to talk about on this article, I'm just going to post it onto here. Obviously, I'm going to blur it out. Obviously, I'm not a monster, but God, I'm trying to think of what else. Let's just see. I I think, like I said in the other video, I think that I don't think the government was involved at all. I think that mainly it was a failure. I can't remember the FBI's guy's name, but he actually died in 9/11. He warned the United States they were going to get another terrorist attack. I think a couple other organizations or agencies um, warned us as well. I think afterwards, after 9/11, we kind of went overboard with the, invasion policy, the Patriot Act. Um, but to be honest, guys, we were getting monitored. Like the average civilian was getting monitored way before then. I mean, like if you ask for like those types of invasive laws to be with us, basically, it's not going to do anything because they'll just um, find something else to justify looking through it. It's like I said, you know, different agencies. I don't want to delve too much into this, but different agencies has been, you know, inside American privacy for a long time. That's all I'll say. Uh, I'm trying to think of what else I should say. Um, even after all of that, don't I don't feel great hatred towards anyone or any ethnicity or any group in general, especially when it comes to 9/11. The way how I feel about it is that I don't know, I just don't feel I feel a great sense of sadness more than anything. Also, I was just talking about the intelligence. I definitely believe, you know. ISI, and I'm not going to say what the name is, but a couple other intelligence agencies definitely knew what was up, or like different sections of ISI. Because ISI knows a lot of shit. If you don't know, ISI is like Pakistan's intelligence agency, and they are into a lot of shit. Um, in some cases, they rival the Israelis' intelligence. But I don't want to dive too much into that. Um, I will probably in the future. I don't like talking about intelligence agencies. Um, Maybe one day I'll tell you why, but I don't like talking about it. But other than that, guys, I think that should be it for all of the things I wanted to say. Um, I know this was a bit more gory. I'm still holding back. You know, I don't want this to be like, oh well, this is just a gore fest. Um, Maybe I'll like post everything in text, but no. So guys, just tell me how you feel about everything, and I'll respond. I'll like give you like 5 paragraphs response for something that only takes 2 sentences. So peace out.